life is totally different when you have amazing credit. And so lately we've been helping our clients with this thing called credit sweep. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but my people want to know more about it. I heard about the sweep. Some things got taken away from me.
What was taken away from you?
Man, cars.
Your cars?
Big ones. Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis. Then it took them away from Repo.
I used my last $20,000 that I had in 401k to get 2 little studios in my home.
3 up. The God.
Have no fear. Mr. Organik is here, and this is Organically speaking. Now listen up. We only have one of them one type individuals in the building. Today we do. I've been giving you guys so many opportunities to expand on wealth and credit and funding. So I want to keep that ball running. So we got a legendary person here today that's going to break down so many different components of wealth and understanding how to fund and build your credit at the same time. We got Martine the Dream in the building. Talk to me, Martine.
What's up, Mr. Organik?
I'm keeping it pure. The traffic out there, they got the bridge.
Oh, my God.
Then it was a train.
Not a train.
Oh, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on. There's construction already going on.
I'm from New York City, and I've never seen this before.
Oh, you from New York?
I live in New York, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different, I guess.
Yeah, we have the subway. I actually took the Bright Line here, so I didn't have bridge,
Bright Line, dope.
a train, or anything.
The Bright Line come in handy. I see a lot of people
30 minutes.
Take it. Yeah.
$15, and it was so nice.
From where?
From Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's
I loved it.
$15?
$15, half an hour. I got here so fast, 2 stops.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like in other countries, I always talk about my stay in Switzerland, is that they heavily depend on the public transportation.
Yeah.
Like the richest people be on there because it's so convenient.
It's also, that some of them are all very much into like the environment, like in Sweden. They love public transportation, so I'm so used to it. So that's what I did today.
Yeah, I know. I need to get back. Cause when I was out there, I was just riding the bus and the train like normal. It was cool. Out here, you a bum.
Because this is different here. The lifestyle here is different. You have to stunt and all this stuff.
You got to give them a little something.
What kind of car do you drive?
I got Aston Martin.
I never even seen it.
Ooh, I got the same. James. You ever heard of James Bond?
Yes.
Okay, we got the same car. You understand me? Yeah, 007.
In New York City, I drive the C train.
Yeah, New York, they don't drive no cars. They don't care nothing about it. Subway, the trains, and you get around. And I've downsized. I used to be very extravagant. Just have like 5 cars at the same time. Like all the top ones. I'm talking about Ferrari, Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, all of them at the same time.
That's crazy.
I was a maniac. Yeah, I was a crazy man.
So you have 1 car now?
I got a car, and then I got like a 3-wheel car. It's a slingshot. So it's like a...
You can only drive it in the neighborhood?
No, I can drive it everywhere.
Oh.
I drove it from L.A. to Vegas before. Yeah, it's cool.
That's
it's called a
wild.
slingshot. It got 3 wheels.
I've seen
Actually,
them.
there's some of them outside right now.
I've seen them. They rent them to the tourists.
Yeah, but mine's kind of cool. I got big 24s on it. It's custom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love it. So I downsize, not only personally, but, life will make you relax sometimes. You know what I mean? And to get on to that is that when I did have like the pinnacle of having my money, it's something I never really tapped into. And that was building like my credit and business credit and things of that nature. I was just spending my cash and putting it here and there. And I never really dove into it deep. So that's why I like having people like you on here, because not only am I helping the people that's watching and my supporters, but it's really like, man, I need to know more information about it because I could have utilized it.
Yeah.
So what got you into funding and credit and things of that nature? Like what got you into that?
So before I started being a full-time entrepreneur, I had a side business. I was helping people fix credit. So I finished college, I went to St. John's, and I was running my side business in my parents' home. So I was doing credit repair part-time.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally stumbled into Airbnb. So that kind of went by the wayside because I made so much money in short-term rentals.
Yeah.
But then I eventually, when I started coaching 3 years ago, I put it all together because people need it.
Yeah.
So I went back to my roots, but it also helped me because in between those times, I also messed up my credit.
Yeah.
And so it's such, life is totally different when you have amazing credit.
For sure.
Yeah. And so lately we've been helping our clients with this thing called credit sweep. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but my people want to know more about it. I heard about the sweep.
It is freaking
Is it the AI one?
Well, we use ChatGPT. It's not the software. It's not
Okay.
the Metro 2. It's just that we use a different method to do credit repair.
Okay.
So normally people use the old school way. It takes like 3 months to 3 to 6 months, right? But the credit sweep is like a loophole, and I love loopholes. So what you do is you use the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the block method, which is kind of a loophole. You're using the breach method. So many people have their information impacted by the breach.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is go in a database. Equifax has a database, and there's also a public database for data breaches. You can just Google it. If you find your name in there, You have now been a victim of a breach.
Oh, yeah, I be getting emails all the time. I'm
Yes.
a victim right down to this day. Help me. Help me, please. You breaching bastards. Somebody save me.
Everybody's been victimized by the breach.
Severely.
So if you don't find your name on Equifax, you'll find your name on the National Public Database.
Okay.
Once you do that, you take a snapshot of it.
Okay.
You go on the FTC. This is free. You go on FTC
Give
and
them
you
free game right now. Okay.
you file the identity theft report. But you do not say you're a victim of identity theft because you
Okay.
can go to jail for that.
Don't want to do that now.
You say you're a victim of the breach.
Of the breach.
So now that allows you to use the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 605B, which is based on the block method. So you're going to contact the credit bureaus with your FTC report in hand, a snapshot of your proof of that you've been breached,
Yep.
and you're going to tell them that I'm a victim of breach. These things need to be blocked off of my credit in 4 business days.
4.
So instead of waiting 30 days or 3 months or 6 months, which
Yeah.
is the normal method, which is based on deletion method, we're using the block method. So we're using the breach as a basis for being a victim.
Right.
And then we're sending all that documentation to the CFPB, which is the watchdog of the credit bureaus,
Okay.
to let them know, hey, we filed the FTC report, we're a victim of breach, and we need to have these items deleted. And I'm telling you, our clients' credit score have gone from like 5. I have a client, her credit score from 565 to 770 in 26 days.
That's insane. Now, hold on now. 5 something.
Legally.
Legal, better be legal now.
Yes.
We ain't doing hey, brother. Hey, they crazy out here now.
Yes.
They own everything.
Yes.
But you telling me somebody had a bottom tier
Yes.
in the 5.
Terrible. Not even, you can't even borrow a can of
You
paint.
can't get a can of beans. They
Yes.
don't be like, no, we're gonna go to the corner store. I wanna get these beans on consignment. They'll be like, bitch, get out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bust your head
Hello,
with this.
security.
Yeah, hello, yeah, we got you. Police.
That type of embarrassment. Yes.
Yes.
You can-
Instantly.
yes.
So up to 700, which is A plus basically.
Yeah, we
That's
tried to aim
amazing.
for like 740, but she went to 770,
Wow.
and so her credit score had also. This is where ChatGPT comes in.
Okay.
So when I was helping my client, most of this. So when we do the first round of disputes, right? Most of the stuff's gonna come off, but there's gonna be a tiny little bit that's gonna stay on.
Yeah.
So she had a collection agency stay on. So because I know the credit laws, because remember I had that credit repair business.
I remember. You know what I'm saying? I do remember now.
I remember the laws. And so I said to my client, listen, the way we did the disputes, they're supposed to put in the trade line, the account that stayed on, account in dispute.
Right.
If it doesn't say that, now you have the right to ask the collection agency for $1,000 for that violation.
Whoa.
So I know that from understanding the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So I went on ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, we have a collection agency account that needs to come off. That we disputed. They did not mark it in dispute.
Yep.
It says that in the FCRA, and they owe us $1,000. Write us a letter of all the other laws that they violated, because I can't memorize the laws by
But
heart. Right?
ChatGPT know everything, yeah.
It spit out a letter, like 3 pages with violations, and added some more $1,000 violations. We emailed it to the collection agency,
Right.
and then this afternoon they agreed. They sent us a letter, agreed to remove it. The next day it was off her report.
Wow.
So when whatever doesn't come off, then you use ChatGPT and your knowledge of the consumer law
Right.
to remove it.
That's legendary.
Yeah. So that's
people-
what we're doing now.
Yeah, so people don't understand like the real components of ChatGPT. People want to ask a question like, "Oh, am I compatible with an Aquarius? I'm a Libra," type dumb shit.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? We need
No.
to know how to build this wealth with
No,
this,
you have to
because
change
these
your life.
machines are smart. Yeah, we got to change lives.
So ChatGPT is like your assistant that never goes to bed and
Right.
is smarter than you. Whatever you feed it is what it's going to give to you. So
Right.
because I understood the Fair Credit Reporting Act, like let's say you just went in there, you said, hey Chat, this came back, help me write a letter. It will write you a basic letter, but because I knew the Fair Credit Report Act and I knew what was violated, I explained that to Chat,
Right.
and it went in online and found every other violation for me. I would have never been able to write that letter on my own.
Wow.
And then it was game changer. After that, that last thing came off her report, and now she has a 770 across the board.
That's legendary.
I've also used it for myself.
I bet. I want to use it for me right now. See, let me ChatGPT.
just go on the
can
database
I
and
go?
see if you're on there, and if you
I
are,
know I'm on there. They
leave
done
your
got me.
credit.
Trust me. They done got me for a lot of stuff. I need a lot of stuff off there too. You know, it was a hard time a couple years ago. You know, thank God I done bounced back. You know what I mean? But I done went through some things. You know, some
What
things
things
got
did-
taken away from me.
What was taken away from you?
And cars,
Your cars.
big ones, Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis. Then it took them away from me. Repo. No, I swear.
So me and my sister were watching you because I never done a podcast before.
Yeah.
So I went to do some research.
Uh-huh.
And we went and we found your video on Shawn Michael Kelly.
That's my guy, yeah.
And I saw your story, and I was like, oh, wow, this is very similar to
Oh,
me.
you watched the full story?
We watched a whole hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you got the full synopsis of me.
Yeah, and I know what it's like to lose everything because that happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lost my whole Airbnb business in New York City.
Right. So you heard the story, what I said about my Rolls Royce.
Yes.
They tricked me.
They told you to remove the wrap and do all this stuff. I said to my sister, I hear some bullshit coming.
Right. I told her that I gave them the layers to the story.
Yeah, we were laughing because you're so funny.
I'm a funny person.
When you said they told me 12 o'clock.
Oh, they got...
I was like, can we rewind that? That part is so funny. But that was so sad because whenever you're desperate, that's when people take it. Things just got worse and worse and worse.
It was brutal. It was brutal because I was so like I wanted to get rid of these cars, and they played with me. Had it on the Carfax. That I'm like, okay, let me get this going. I'm thinking they don't do me a good deal.
And they tricked you and they give you the money. So how'd you get your credit back into?
I have me a good credit guy.
They did it for you.
That did it for me. Yeah, because they were trying to put that on one of my credit bureaus. I checked 2 of them and it wasn't on there. Because I talked to these people they stole the car from. I'm like, man, I know they ain't do this. And it popped up when I said, oh, they try to put it on my credit? They try to kill me.
So how many cars did you lose?
I lost 2. Yeah.
It was a Rolls Royce?
It was a Rolls Royce and Lamborghini Urus.
But you have Aston and the
slingshot because I got
money.
I got
see,
cash,
now
baby.
You're powerful.
Yeah, because they can't stop the money. Like you can do all that credit stuff you want to.
Right.
You can't. And see, like what happened with the Urus it was my fault. I left out the country and I was going for like 4 months, so I wanted to rent it out. But my contract with my leasing company was
says you can't do that.
Right. So they found out about it and
How did they find out about that?
I'm famous type, you know what I'm saying? So like my cars are very known.
Oh,
and plus they found out about it. And then on top of that, it was another loophole with it too, because how they really found out to be real is that the person that I was doing the rental through, they wasn't making the payments.
Oh my God.
So they was looking for the car and shit, and they find the tracker thing. They seen it going to people's houses and all. They're like, what the hell? They ain't stupid.
Oh my God.
So like, not only he ain't paying, this motherfucker
is also renting the car.
These cars going here, here, here. We finna come get this motherfucker.
When was that? When did that happen? I think you said it was like you said you started your business. It just happened.
Damn it, you hurt my feelings breaking this up. It hurt. That was a bad time for me.
You built yourself up real quick in 2 years.
God is great, ain't he?
He sure is.
Yeah, it was no joke though. Like, and that was back to back. So like, yeah, I know. It was crucial.
So oh my God.
People don't understand. But you heard the story on Sean Kelly. Shout out to Sean Kelly. But yeah, it was a hell of a time because I was at the pinnacle. Like I told you, 5 supercars mentioned in Malibu, and then the tide turned. You know, crypto go down. The merch stopped selling. The views go down. So now I'm just coming out of my pocket every month. No matter how much money I had, it still wasn't enough.
Right, because now you have to feed the monster.
You got to feed the monster.
So did you have any real estate? Did you invest in any real estate?
See, that's the thing about it. I was investing in my brand. So my business was me.
Right.
So that's what I was invested in fully because that's what got me here. So I'm thinking like I'm just going to keep feeding this beast and it's going to go to the top. I didn't know where the top was.
Right.
I figured it out quick.
When it happened.
I figured out when it happened. So I had to adjust and I was going to do Airbnbs. I was going to do trucks and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But come to find out, all that stuff collapsed at the same time too.
True.
And I would have lost anyway. But at least I put that into my brand, and I know how to do this.
Right.
So I take my wins with my losses.
That's how it is.
But it was no joke. But lucky I did get a good credit person to help me out.
That's amazing. So everything's off your credit now.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, still might need a little couple things move, Because I ain't gonna lie, even when I came to Miami, I'm like, I don't know, because I got a great condo. Like in a great area, I'm like, can I get it type? You know what I'm saying? They gonna say get out.
That feeling.
I don't know.
It's that feeling of insecurity when you have
bad
credit.
But you just do it anyway.
Right.
See, that's what I've learned in life.
Right.
When you say fuck it and I'm just gonna try anyway.
Nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. I was scared and I was gonna be embarrassed, but I went and did it anyway, and I was approved right away.
See?
With nothing. I'm like, damn, y'all sure?
Oh,
that's when I went to get the car. I'm like, let me get another car then. I traded one of my other car. Can I get it? Yeah, approved. What? Nothing down. Give it to me now.
Wow,
I just
amazing.
Yeah, but people don't understand the power of that credit cleaning. So, like, that was a great story you did about helping that lady because, people don't understand. It sounds like your life is over once these things happen.
Yes.
But it's ways to fixing it. You know what I'm saying? So how can they get a part of your program to fix their credit or even build others to fix theirs?
Yes. So I help people through, what I do is I love to do masterclasses so they can see what it's like to learn from me and they're free. I have another lady, she was homeless for 10 years. She went to Baltimore, Skid Row, and New York City. She ended up in Skid Row.
Okay.
And she started following me when I started coaching in 2022, came to my free masterclasses, didn't pay me $1, went from 6:30 to 7:42.
Wow.
And then I introduced her to business funding.
Right.
And she got the business credit cards for free, masterclass.
Right.
And then she finally joined my mentorship this year. So if people want to learn from me, they can learn from my free masterclasses that I have every week.
Legendary.
And then they can, they're actionable. Like if I tell you to go and file this, you have to do it, right?
Do it right now. Don't
I
be
can't do it for
procrastinating.
you.
Yeah.
Once you do it, you're going to see the changes. Like the homeless, I don't call her homeless, you know, that person did, right?
Yeah, she was down on the luck.
She's down on her luck, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how you learn from me. So you can see my style of teaching. You can see I'm not fugazi because a lot of fake people online. A lot of fugazis online.
We'll get to that part because
Yeah.
I saw you on your Instagram was talking about that. How people come at you and things like that.
Right, and I don't like to be known as a fugazi. So if I give you that and I help you fix your credit,
Yeah.
if I help you get business funding,
Right.
I mean, you could agree that I'm not fugazi.
Yeah,
right?
give me a good tutorial. Give me a good shout out that I did you right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you don't do it right, don't be mad at me.
Right.
Because you ain't do the work.
Because I gave you the game, I teach everybody the same thing.
Because people will do that now. You will give them the game and they don't either utilize it the right way or
Right.
do it the way you told them. They get
Right.
mad at you, say you did something wrong to them.
And I teach them all the same exact thing. So, and I'm very patient. So a lot of my students, I have a 6-month mentorship.
Yeah.
I'm still helping them, and it's been a year later.
Oh,
So
okay.
I like to give a lot because I've been through so much as a business owner.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have anyone to help me.
Yeah.
And so I give as much as I can. So they can find me through my free masterclass.
Your free masterclass.
Yeah.
Because I've heard about these masterclasses and sometimes it'd be like 7 days and things like that. How long is your masterclass?
So the free masterclass is like 60 minutes to 90 minutes. The one you're talking about, the 5-day mentorship.
There we go.
That's 5 days. Now in that mentorship, we get your credit right.
Bam.
We get your funding.
Sprinkle.
And then we teach you how to make 6 figures with one Airbnb property.
Whoa.
Because the regulations are changing so much.
Yeah.
We focus on one property, and we teach you how to run a hotel. I teach you all the tools you need.
Tough.
To make money in short-term rental. This way you don't have to worry about regulations.
A hotel.
Yeah, because Airbnb is in essence like a hotel.
Right,
hotel
that's true.
business.
That's true.
Right, so the way I do in my program, I teach my students what it's like to run a hotel because I went back to school to understand how to run a hotel, and this way it's easier for them. This way they're not just an Airbnb host.
Yeah.
They're like running it like a hotel with hotel tools and strategies, so they could always be busy.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I always wanted me a hotel.
For real?
Yeah, I wanted to own one.
You would make a
Organic
great
hotel.
general manager.
I know. I come that thing. What's up? You know what I mean? Go in there. Welcome to Organic Hotel. You know what I mean? I pull up. You know what I mean? I pull up every day, just talking to every guest, giving them
so
out
cute.
peppermints and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that guy there.
So what would be the unique thing about the Organic Hotel?
It's gonna be it's gonna be colorful. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, have good decor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have, you know what I'm saying, Pilates and yoga,
Right.
you know, workout facilities, but it's gonna be like top level trainers in the hotel for you.
Right.
You understand me?
Right.
And on top of that, have good smoothies and all that organic foods and sea moss and shit.
Right.
It's gonna be like that.
And then now you'll have repeat customers.
Right.
When you give them the experience. So I tell
Right.
my students, like, as an Airbnb host, you don't want to be an Airbnb host, right? You want to provide experience to your guests.
For sure.
So that they come back and they remember you.
Of course.
How can they forget you?
It's impossible. Let's be serious, man. It's only one me. You know what I mean? You saw me walking that door. You know what I mean? I set the precedent. And I have like little seminars. I have seminars every week, you know, with like credit builders and fundings and Airbnb. I have all that there too in my hotel.
What's your seminar about?
It's gonna be you gonna come and help them.
Oh,
gonna
I would love to do that.
And you gonna come and do a seminar at the hotel to show them how to get some money. You know
I
what
am
mean?
very passionate about that, especially people in our community.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been falling like deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of these situations of the credit funders and things like that. And I'm realizing our community is the one that's really the forefront of it. And I'm loving it.
Yes.
Because no one was teaching us this 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago.
Right.
We didn't understand credit and business and
Right.
all these things. And it's so new, but we're thriving in this space. So I'm so intrigued by it. That's why I love having guests like you on, because we need this. You
Right.
know, I needed it. You know what I mean? When I had all that bread, all I knew was one thing, and that was investing.
nobody teaches you
no
these
one
things.
taught me, so I was like, who am I supposed to? Because I could invest in like a food truck that was doing well.
Right.
I don't know nothing about that.
Right.
That could go down in 2 days.
Right.
So I knew about what
You
I
knew
knew.
what you knew.
Right. So, but if you had a situation like you tell me like business fund and thing like
Right.
that, Airbnb, I could understood it, but I had
Right.
nobody at the time.
Right. If you had someone to tell you, hey, did you have LLCs when you had?
Yes, I did.
So you
Still
could have
do.
put your assets in the LLCs. You can have but still, you said it was the content that caused.
That was it.
Right.
So I couldn't
It was
do
just
nothing about that.
It was just a bad time.
It was a bad time because I got it at the good time when it went up, and then it's at the bad time when I'm on
Yeah.
highest. So I had to do it, and then crypto, NFTs, all that stuff
Everything
went
fell right. Everything. It was.
down. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a bad time.
But I never complain about it, and I appreciate it because look, 2 years later I'm back better than ever. But it's a process, and I love these journeys for my people.
Right.
That they could see a person that came from nothing to get everything just about losing in front of their face and come right back strong.
Right.
Because I want to show them that's how life it is. It's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy.
And you also show the good, bad, and the ugly. One thing I noticed when I was watching your story was that you have grit.
For sure.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in our community, when something goes bad, they just give up.
Right.
But you have that fire, and I have that too. So because I know what it's like to lose, and so you just get up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving.
And it's part of the journey, and it gives you that energy to expel that to others. Like so when people see that, like how you watched it, you felt the energy from it because it's real.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So now we hear, and now I see like a lot of people, they hit me up all the time about how to get in this, how to get in that. So I was interested, like the Airbnb thing, right? Mm-hmm. So how does that work? Like I know you said it's AI generated and the host in the hotel. Like, give me a little breakdown of that.
I will. So should we use Miami as the market?
For sure.
Okay, great. So when I went back to school to understand how hotels operate.
Yep.
So because when I was running my Airbnb in New York City, I didn't know, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
But I was one of the first people to do it. But I realized eventually other people are going to realize that there's money in this market and they're going to beat me out of my own market. So I went back to school to understand how hotels operate. So Miami is an international market, right? So let's say you want to start an Airbnb in Miami. The first thing you want to do is you want to go on AirDNA. It's made for people who want to know how much money their property is going to make. You could plug in the address of the property you're interested in into AirDNA, and it'll tell you how much you want to make. But remember, there's lots of regulations now.
Right.
So if you want to make $100K with one property, which is what we focus on, you want to have a property that can sleep 10 or more people.
For sure.
So what size property do you think that would be if you wanted to sleep
10 or more people?
Yeah, 10 or more guests.
How
many bedrooms at least?
I feel at least 4.
There you go.
Yeah, 4 to 5 bedrooms.
So we look for properties in all markets that can sleep, that have 4 bedrooms, that can sleep 10 or more people.
Right.
Now you've carved your way kind of like different than what other Airbnb hosts are doing because you're in the group travel market. Right. So that's how a lot of my clients are making $1,000 a night. So I tell them, no matter what market you want to get into, it could be. I have a client in St. Louis, one of the most dangerous cities.
Oh, that motherfucker dangerous.
And he has a 4-bedroom that can seat 10 people. So that's the formula. So in Miami, we're gonna get a property that can seat like 10 people, right?
Right.
And we're gonna get it in a great neighborhood. So what type of neighborhood would that be? Where would tourists go if they come to Miami?
They'll come to Brickell. They'll go.
Are there hotels in Brickell?
Hotels, yeah.
So you want to look places that have hotels.
Right.
That's a indicator because hotels are not gonna set up somewhere that's they're not gonna make money.
Right.
So they already did all the research. So you find a 4-bedroom property that can sleep at least 10 people minimum.
Right.
Close to a hotel or close to a convention center.
Right.
To attract business travelers. Right. And so now you could charge $1,000 or more a night. Why? How much would 10 people pay to the hotel close to that property?
Yeah, they'll pay a lot. They'll pay like $200 a person.
It'll be more than $1,000 a night.
For sure.
So now they'd rather pay you $1,000 a night. So what we do is, in order to get you that $1,000 a night, we use an AI tool called Price Labs. Price Labs is based on the market and the demand. So today is Tuesday. It's slow.
Yep.
So you probably get $600 a night. How much do you think you get on Friday?
Oh, we're in 1,200.
1,200, 1,300, 1,400.
Yeah.
But Price Labs is going to decide that for you.
Right.
So you're going to set that up. It's going to understand the Miami market. It's going to know in real time how much the other Airbnb hosts are charging, how much the hotels are charging. But based on the size of your property, because it can sleep 10 people, it's going to probably be $1,000 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because the weekends are higher.
For
So
sure.
in our program, we have somebody who understands that, install that tool for our clients because a lot of Airbnb hosts don't understand the importance of dynamic pricing. So we get you the right size property, that could see 10 people,
Right.
that could charge at least $1,000 a night on the weekends. So now you have a $10,000 to $15,000 a month property. I have a client, she's in Hollywood.
Okay.
When she joined my program, she couldn't even pay her cleaners.
Damn.
Her and her sister were cleaning the property.
I bet.
And I said to her, well, where's your property located? She said, not far from the airport. I said, do you have hotels close to you? Because we bought up hotels, right?
Of course.
She said, yeah, the Hard Rock Cafe is close to me. I was like, the Hard Rock Cafe, do you know how many rooms they have? She said she don't. I said, well, how much you charge per night? She goes, well, my price is not set up correctly. I said, what's the size of your property? She said, it could seat 15 people.
Damn.
So her name was Mel. I said, Mel, what you're saying to me is absolutely impossible.
Come
You
on,
cannot
Mel.
have a property that can seat 15 people,
Right.
close to the hotel and the Hard Rock Cafe. I said, how far are you from the convention center? She said 10 to 15 minutes. She's also close to the cruise port,
Right.
which is the 3rd largest cruise port in the whole country.
Come on now.
So I said, Mel, I know exactly what your problem is. Your AI tool is not set up right. I said, give me 30 days and I'll fix that for you. Because I could dissect what the issue is, because it's always a pricing issue, or your property is not close to everything or something. So I figured out, based on all what you told me, it was a pricing issue.
Yeah.
So we had our revenue manager install her price app for her. And she started to make $14,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $15,000. So I spoke to Mel a few months ago. I said, Mel, how much did that property make last year?
Yeah.
That one property, guess how much it made? That she couldn't even pay the cleaners for.
Okay, first she couldn't pay the cleaners and shit. Now she got the price on it. Let me calculate it. I said about 200,000.
Close, 160,000.
I was close. I was right there on the edge now. Give me my props.
Then guess what she went and did with business funding this year?
Okay.
Between last year and this year.
So she got the money from the Airbnb. Now break it down.
So there's lots of regulations, right?
It's a lot.
So it's like really hard to have 2-3 properties.
Yeah.
So she took her money and she built a brand new property in St. Petersburg with hard money lending and business credit. And now she's selling that property for $659,000. So she was renting. So the property in Hollywood, she was renting.
Okay.
She was paying rent for $5,500. It produced $160 last year.
Yeah.
And then last year she started building her property in St. Petersburg, but she used hard money lending and business credit.
Right.
And then now that property she's gonna sell, the one that she built.
Yeah.
So that's what you do with Airbnb. You use it as a stepping stone to real estate.
That's brilliant.
But first you gotta know how to make money. So then that's what we do in a program.
So you'll teach them how to make money so they can go build
make sure
the
they have the tools, the AI tools, everything, and then they use it as a stepping stone to get their own real estate.
See, that's the brilliance of it. When you're able to use an asset to get you another,
somebody else's asset. She rented somebody's home.
Yeah, so that makes it more or less. She didn't have a liability. She has somebody else's asset.
Right.
Use it as an asset.
Right.
To fund her own asset.
Now she has her own asset.
Man, that's legendary.
And now she's gonna be building. Now she's gonna be building in St. Petersburg.
So now she got generational wealth. So she's gonna sell the one she's building.
Yes, it's on the market right now, $659K. And I said, how much did it cost you to put together to like build? She said about $300K.
About 300, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
And it's going up.
Yeah.
One of my good friends out here, he's a real estate agent, and he was telling me about one of the properties he had for like 8 years. He got it for like 400 something.
In
right
Miami?
now, right now it's like 850. Damn. Yeah. And he just was sitting on it.
That was so smart to buy.
Yeah.
I wish I had bought back then.
Right. Because I remember in Miami was a cheap place. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially certain neighborhoods like Wynwood. Like Wynwood is now hot now.
That shit was $1,200, $2,000. You have a 4-bedroom type. Like, you live in Miami, you was a bum. I ain't saying you a bum, but it was like easy to live there. Like,
right.
Miami was an easy place to live.
Right.
Like, it was cheap back in the day, like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's expensive as hell.
Right.
But back in that time, you get 2,000, you right next to the goddamn where the heat play. You looking over the water.
Now you sit on the property and now it's worth so much.
Right.
That's the cheat code, Mr. Organic.
Yeah, that I fucked up on.
It's okay, but look what you did.
God damn it. Okay, I gotta think positive right now.
Yes.
Damn it. Shit.
Do you do yoga? Do you practice yoga?
No, not really. You know what I'm saying?
You're into the aggressive type stuff.
I'm into the real gym.
I was telling my sister one time I went to hit gym, they kicked me out.
For real, why?
Because I'm so awkward. But I love yoga and meditation.
Oh, so. You ain't doing all that exercise running around. Yeah, that stuff no joke. So I work out for real. Like, that's my aggression. Like, hardcore. I take it out. Yeah, I gotta go to war. I gotta lift heavy weight. I gotta lift it fast.
That's good.
I gotta do it every day.
And you eat clean.
And I eat clean as a whistle.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's part of my lifestyle, and that keeps my mind free. Also I was into cold plunging, sauna.
Okay, so this year I'm gonna do cold plunge for my face.
You put your whole body.
You put your whole body in cold plunge
to the neck, 40 degrees, 20 minutes.
That's insane.
I did it for a month straight when I first moved here because my building has it in it.
Oh, they offer that?
Yeah, our building has the crazy amenities, thank God. My building, one of them good, you know what I'm saying, top level buildings.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you in Greece or something, my building. Every day, you hear me? I'm talking about fountains and marble and chandeliers every day.
Did it change your life when you, not change your life, but how did it change you to do the cold plunge every day?
Okay, so like it was discipline. Because once again, when I first came here, I'm relocating.
Right.
I went through my ups and downs,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to bounce back. So I always recalibrate my life through fitness and my mindset.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I want to do cold plunge. And I ain't gonna lie, I remember I was in Switzerland. Once again, I go back to Switzerland. I wanted to do it there because that was when I found the research, right?
Okay.
I'm at the gym and they had a little cold plunge tub, right? So I said, ooh, I'm gonna start today, right? And I looked, there was somebody in there. It's like a tub, but it's like sitting off the ground. And the dude was in there. I said, hey, brother, when you done, let me know. I'm going to get up in that thing. Is it cold?
You were so confident.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm going to try it because he in there chilling. If he can do it, I can, right? So I'm like, hey, brother, when you done, let me know. I'm going to jump in there. He's like, okay, I'll let you know. We in Switzerland, funny little accents. So boom, I'm in the sauna waiting like this here, waiting for him to get out. And boom, I'm just on my phone. And then all of a sudden, I see him, he like this, like pointing to get out. I'm like, cool. So I walk out. I get out there waiting for him. He get out. He booty hole naked in that motherfucker, though. I said, oh, no, Chip, I can't get there after you.
him.
Whoa.
Ew.
Like, what's going on? I'm supposed to share your balls?
Disgusting.
Yeah. So I'm like, niggas in here nude in the water. I can't be bathing in your man juices.
I'm not bathing in your bathwater, sir.
Pause, I ain't doing it. So I never got to do it. But when I came here, when I'm touring my condo, I seen it had the cold plunge, but it's an open area, so it ain't no nude. It's people in there. So like, boom, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. So every morning I went down there. First I put my leg in there. It was cold. Oh, because it'll scare you now. I was like, hell no, right? And then finally I got waist deep.
Okay, you're braver and braver.
Went for 2 minutes. I thought I was crazy, right? I'm like, oh, I'm the beast. Then I went over to the hot tub and I seen a dude walking there. He getting there, splash, splash, sitting there, boom, to the neck. So I'm watching him. I'm looking at the time, watching him, looking at the time. Then he get out. I said, hey, I'll have to walk over there. Hey, brother, it's black dude too, nigga.
Oh, shoot.
So I said, hey, I said, black man, nigga. So I said, hey, brother, how long was you in there? He said, man, I was in there for 20 minutes. I do it every day. He like, you organic, because he knew me too, I guess.
They knew you in Switzerland?
He knew me. No, this is here.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, they knew me in Switzerland too now.
That's crazy.
God is great. They knew me out there too.
God is great.
But yeah, so dude, like, I know you organic, man. Yeah, I've been doing this every day. 20 minutes. I said, damn. He like, bro, I'm coming back at 7 in the morning. Come do it with me. I teach you how to do it. So I'm like, fuck it. So I get in there, come back the next morning. I go in there, it's cold. I'm like, but I'm with somebody now. So now the ego.
So now you have that.
Now the ego. Nigga, you sit down, me too. Now I'm buckled down. I'm just like this.
So funny.
First 2 minutes.
And you trying to be tough?
I'm about to die. But boom, after 2 minutes, you get warm a little bit. So that's the cheat code. It gets better. So then we did it.
It's all in your head.
It's all in your head. But it's scary. It's fight or flight.
It is scary.
So that's how this make it a circle is that those properties in your body that's trying to prevent you from dying builds up.
Right.
So your molecules get stronger, your
and
skin,
then
all
the
that.
tolerance gets more.
Because it's trying to protect you.
Right.
So that's why the cold plunge make and your skin get, you burn fat because you're nervous, but it's protecting you. So that makes you a superhero when you do it.
Right.
So I did it with him every day for a month. And it changed my whole life. I was just focused on it. And then like something happened to it in our building and it was down for like 3 months and it threw me off. So I really didn't do it.
So you had to start all over again.
I didn't want to start over again. Because I came back, it was a little colder. I said, I'm done.
It wasn't colder, it was in your head.
That what it was?
Yeah.
So yeah, it changed your life. Like not only it burns your fat cells, it keeps you from like boosts your immune system, it raises your testosterone. Like it's crazy.
I'm gonna try it before the end of the year.
Go full body. You gotta go neck.
I'm gonna do face.
Don't do face. And they said it's still strong. Like the face is still give you that energy, but you want to go. You know what I mean? Go full body. It'll change your life.
I'll try.
But yeah.
You're about to miss everything. The biggest games, wildest fights, and hottest drops. Unless you're locked in with Wirefire. Thousands of live channels, sports, movies, chick flicks, all in one place. More titles than 4 of the top streaming services combined. All for less and 0 ads. Football season's coming. Don't be that guy scrambling for streams every Sunday. You get every game, every play right here. Missing something? Hit up our Discord and request it. No extra cost. We get it up fast. No bootlegs, no annoying Arab subtitles, just clean, sharp, high-definition streams. Watch anywhere. Phone, tablet, laptop, smart TV, everything but Roku. $25 a month gets you 2 devices. Need more? Up to 6 for $45. Still not sold? $5 gets you a 5-day trial. Setups, instant. Full instructions sent by email. Need instant help and tech support? Our Discord has real-time assistance from a real person. Here's the deal. You're either plugged into Wirefire or stuck paying for garbage cable and half-ass streaming apps. Your move.
Back to the program. Like,
Yes.
okay, so that Airbnb, damn, I wish I knew this when I had my house. I'm going to get back into it. I can't.
Yeah.
Relax. Okay, so boom. So the credit funding part, like, in the business building, like, let's break some of that down because that's very important. Like,
Yes.
once you have a situation, like you said, she had the Airbnbs and then she went to get that hard money lending and all
Yes.
that. Let's
Yes,
break
yes.
down some of that part.
Okay, so what she did was I asked her how much did she use in business funding. She said about 50K. So the great thing about business credit is when you get business credit, it doesn't report on your credit report.
Right.
So let's say you get $100,000. It's probably going to be 0%. And we have a program, business relationship manager through Chase or Truist, different banks.
Yeah.
So you can borrow that money and it's hidden. Nobody knows that you have it. So it's not going to affect your credit score.
Because it's just a business.
Right. If you, the only time it reports is if you default. Then it'll report because you personally guarantee it.
Right.
So she went out and she got the 50K. There's ways that you could turn that into cash.
Right.
And then she used that for part of the thing. And then she got hard money lending. The thing with the hard money lending is she has about a year to sell that house to pay it back.
Yeah, because that hard money lending, I didn't see people have that. They be coming every week.
Yeah.
One of my homies had one. He got a good one, like 90,000 or something.
Right.
But it was taking like $2,000-3,000 a week.
The interest rate is a little, of course, higher than the mortgage, but that's the whole idea. It's supposed to be something
You're supposed to move it quick.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, bro, I don't know. It sounded good at first, but goddamn, they coming every week for a couple racks.
Right. So you have to be really fast. So
Yeah.
the key is to sell that house really fast, and then she's gonna do it. She's gonna rinse. We love to do rinse and repeat in our program. If it works, you just rinse and repeat and do it again.
Right.
So as soon as it sells, she's gonna do it all over again.
That's
She
legendary.
has to pay off her lenders first.
And then she'll know how to, teach other people, really, if she wanted to.
I actually told her that because I'm not a gatekeeper. Even though she's my mentee, I said, listen, I've never built a property. So my expertise is short-term rentals. So now it's time for you to teach.
Right.
Because there are a lot of people who want to get into building. The quickest way to do that is to get somebody else's property for a year or two, make money like she did, and then start building. I said, you could teach people to do that.
Yeah.
So I encourage my mentees to also teach once I feel they're ready.
Yeah, because that sounds like a superior way to build. Once again, you're taking somebody else's asset, making it an asset. You're not using no liabilities to get another asset.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
and it's not a lot of
renting.
money. It's not a lot of investment to. If she had to buy that property in Hollywood, it would have been a pain in the butt, right?
Right.
So she just rented it. She paid the rent. It was $5,500, which was pretty steep.
Right.
And it was her first property. So it was $5,500, but she ended up making a lot of money in it, and then now she has her own asset, and then she's gonna build her own empire.
Yeah, because sometimes when you do those rentals, and they know it's something like, well, you got to put like first and last down.
Yeah. If you do a 2 year, so I encourage my students to do 2 years.
Yeah.
If you do 2 years, you could tell the landlord, hey, I'm going to have this property cleaned every single week because we have guests coming in. We're going to take care of your property. We're going to maintain it. If this little maintenance, we'll take care of it. But it's big maintenance like roof or anything, you take care. You agree with that.
For sure.
It's very attractive to them. And so they'll waive security deposits and so forth if you're able to sell yourself and say, hey, I'm going to take care of your property for the next 2 years.
Right. And
you're going to have rent every month. You don't have to worry about evicting me. I'm a great tenant. So I need you to waive that security deposit because I need the funds to purchase the furniture and so forth. And so sometimes the landlords, depending also on the market, if there's a lot of rentals, they'll agree to it.
For sure. Yeah, because they need that thing rented out. So
they need to pay the mortgage.
Stupid.
So her landlord needs to pay his mortgage.
For sure he do.
So he was more than happy to give her a 2-year lease. And she did have to pay him first and security, but it ended up being a great deal for her.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, it's a business.
Yeah.
Like, most of these people that renting out these homes, they got it as a business, and they wanted that mortgage paid.
They need the mortgage paid.
And they get a little bit on top, it's even better.
Yeah.
But so they're not gonna. They act like it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna be very strenuous. No, you need this motherfucker rent out, brother.
So yeah, the landlords need us as much as we need them.
Yeah,
so
they act like they doing you a favor. I'm doing you a favor.
they can pay that mortgage out their pocket.
Right.
Some of them have multiple properties.
For sure, they need that thing out. So that's why I always realized too. Even though I was in my situation, I know I had some money.
Right.
So I'm like, if I give you enough money, you're gonna get me up in here.
Exactly.
All this yellow tape. Hey man, I got cash. What's up?
Exactly.
Let me put 3 months ahead. You gonna let me?
Oh, is that what you did? You put 3 months ahead?
I didn't have to, but if I had to, I
You
would
would've.
have. Yeah, I had enough. God is great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I knew that was my leverage. Like, hey man, if they say no, tell them I got 3 months ahead.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I got the bread.
And they love cash, so they're not
love
going to
that.
say no.
And this is Miami, so they operate on a different, you know what I'm saying? You can get somewhere. Because one of my friends came in town and he had like a situation when his, like, is on his record or something. He was like, bro, I said, man, this is Miami, bro. They'll get you in the spot. You got the money.
For real.
Let's tell him you give him extra 2 or 3 months. He got a spot within a month. He was nervous, once again, taking them leaps of faith.
Exactly.
So that back to you, like when people want to get into this type of program, I encourage them. I know you probably do too. Just come with that initial. Like people be scared to do something. Like they want to start the program, they want to credit building, but they don't want to initiate it because they scared to go to the master class and all that. You know what I mean? Break your ass on.
I show them my testimonials. I show them what I've done for our students, how we've helped our students, and a lot of times, some people and especially our people, they're very risk averse. They don't like to take
their own
risks.
kind. Scared of us by us.
They don't like to take risks.
Yeah, and that what changed my life was taking risks.
Exactly.
Shout out to my dog Slim. Is like, Once I started taking risks, once again, I went to Switzerland, came here, it gave me that freedom. And you can't lose.
Right, you don't have to lose.
Because where you going to stay where you at?
That's exactly, you could always go back to where you're at.
Yeah, like, and see, people be worried about how people going to see them. Most of the people that's looking at you never moved, never did nothing.
Right.
So they laughing, what the fuck they laughing at? Look at
what
your
are they
fucking
doing?
life. Yeah, you didn't even try nothing, bum. At least I went up and down and was trying to live life. Damn, you ain't did nothing. You worried about me? You son of a bitch.
Exactly, just sat there and watched you.
Man, fuck you. I'm going to them. I'm trying everything. You know what I mean?
And something's going to stick.
Something guaranteed.
So if you have a mentor.
If you got a mentor.
And you give a
mentory, right?
Yeah,
you give that mentorship.
Yeah, I do. I give them that mentorship. And I told them, the teacher doesn't like that. If I give you homework to do, you can do your homework.
Right.
I give them homework to do. I give them things to do. Like, it's actionable.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've already been through the hardship, so you don't have to do it. So
yeah. And that's why the importance of mentor, and we're going to get to that too. Like, can you break down the importance of having a mentor? Because you're going to either waste your money or spend your money trying to figure out things that somebody already done.
Exactly.
This could expedite it. So how important is it to have a mentor?
I wish I had a mentor when I started. When I first started my Airbnb business, I got fired from my job as a paralegal. I used my last $20,000 that I had in 401k to get 2 little studios in Manhattan. Nobody ever taught me about business credit. My parents didn't know anything about that.
Right.
So I just used my savings. So why would you risk your savings? And Airbnb was just starting out when I started.
Yeah.
And so I was in a brand new type of business, and I took a risk. Thank God it worked on my end. It could have also, I like to say, I could have ended up under the Brooklyn Bridge.
For sure. Could have been on Skid Row, Baltimore, like that one lady. Exactly. Was that Mel? We end up like Mel ass.
So later on, as I started to scale my business, I learned about business funding.
Yeah.
And this is how ignorant I was. I would get stuff in the mail back because they didn't have like email. It was dinosaur age. This is like 2012, 2013.
Send them letters, yeah.
I would get stuff in the mail saying, you're pre-approved for this loans and stuff. And I would say, these people are scamming me.
Right.
And throw it in the garbage. And then one day, I said, I'm going to call them on their bluff. I thought I was calling them on their bluff. I applied, and it didn't cross my mind that I had an income-producing business and people wanted to lend me money.
Right.
I thought they were trying to scam me. So they lent me money, and I took that money. I got more properties in New York City and continued to scale. So I learned these things through trial and error.
Right.
No one taught me these things. So I tell people now, don't you dare risk your money when you could just fix your credit and get funding.
For sure.
And when you want to scale, you just use OPM. That's what the wealthy do.
Other people.
So I learned the hard way, and now I teach my clients not to do that.
Yeah.
So it's very important to have a mentor. If I had a mentor, I would have invested my $20K in something else,
Yep.
gotten business credit, started my business, not so risky, and then scaled and using OPM. But no one taught me these things.
Yeah.
So now I teach people in my community these
And that's a blessing. You
Yeah.
went through those trials and tribulations to help others.
Yeah.
And there's people got to be, like I said, got to be more forthcoming with trying and learning.
Yeah.
And not being scared. You're going to figure it out anyway. You want to
Yeah.
figure out fast, or you want to figure out the long way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the long way is cool, but if you could expedite it, save you a little bit of bread,
Exactly.
why not do it?
The
Yeah.
one way, I like to call it the YouTube way. You go YouTube yourself to death.
Yeah, YouTube University.
And then a year later, I have people who talk to me about my program. A year later, they're exactly where I left them.
Yeah. Shout out
but
to
the
my dog
problems
Bam
were
Man. We talk
expensive.
about it all the time.
But the program's more expensive, like Fat Joe said.
Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, like now you want to come back around.
It's not the same price no more.
I have people hit me with that all the time too. Like, hey, bro, like, I go on other people's podcasts and things like that. They be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come back. I charge a certain fee for that. They be
Exactly.
Like, they be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come back 2 months from now. Hey, price gonna be different 2 months.
Exactly.
Nigga. Telling you, I ain't gonna never stop. So don't think what I told you.
Exactly.
Hey, brother, you better get me now.
You gotta catch it while you can.
Man, I ain't got time to be playing with you. Ain't nothing gonna be stagnant over here, son of a bitch. You scared. You pump faking. You want it or you don't. Because I ain't finna
You
stop.
got more cars to buy, damn it.
I ain't buying no more cars. I don't want
you're
fuck
not
cars.
What are you gonna do? So what's your next project?
I gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely
Real estate.
real estate.
Building.
Yeah. I want a building. So that's my next thing I really want to do. I want like a big ass warehouse studio for like podcasts and things like
content
that. Like
space.
content space.
Yeah.
A big one though. I want the organic studios.
When I was in LA about 2-3 years ago, when I was just building my coaching business, there's a whole building like just for content, creators downtown LA. They're on Peer Space. They make a killing. I think I paid them like $500 for 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
And then when you do, people go in and do branding photo shoots, like branding, content creators and models and all sorts of content. Rent the spaces.
For sure.
24/7.
Yeah.
There's somebody there to check them in, check them out, make sure that they leave, to make sure it's a great business.
That's what I want to do. But I want to have it like you. I still want to imply my models of having the cars too. So I would have motherfuckers be have cars. I want you to have all that stuff there for you.
The things that make you happy.
Yeah.
That's why you do this.
But on top of that, people can come and utilize it. Come take the cars and do content, shoot by the, you know what I'm saying?
And then you make money from your own, from your assets.
Yeah, I'm thinking different now. I'm giving out my blueprint. Don't nobody try to steal it, but I'm thinking like that. I want a big ass guy. I want to be Elon Musk of this content shit.
Of course.
Yeah, I want to have AI little robots in that motherfucker. Walking around and shit, eating sushi. Yeah, I'm going to really do that. You know what I mean? That's my next thing.
That's smart.
I did all the monetary stuff. I did it from the jewelry, the cars. That's out my system. Now it's real enterprise. You know, real wealth.
And monetizing what you have.
And then going back and get some business money using other people's money.
Yes.
That's what I want.
That's how you scale.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yep.
And so how can somebody get in contact with you so they could get part of this masterclass, get some of this mentorship? So
I'm on all social media platforms as Martine Lacroix. I have a YouTube channel. I have Instagram. I'm on TikTok, Facebook. Just type in Martine, Lacroix, and they'll find me. Yeah, because I seen your Instagram too. You said something about people was like saying you were a scammer or something. You were something. What happened with that? People call me a scammer. Can you break that down? Because I went through it too. They said it to me. Call anybody. So I think people are so used to working 9 to 5 that if you're a business owner, you're just automatically a scammer. Right. Especially if you look at this. Like, you've got to be a scammer. How could you be smart enough to know this? Right. So whatever. So I tell them, why don't you come to my free masterclass? Right. How can I scam you from that? And I'll teach you how to change your credit. At least I'll teach you to do the credit sweep. For sure. That's free. If your credit doesn't change, you can say she's a scammer. She's a liar. If your credit changes, then you can come to more stuff. You have nothing to lose. So yeah, people just love to call people who are online scammers. It's just I think it's just the thing they do. Yeah, it's part of it. Yeah, it's part of it. I used to get so offended, but I don't get offended because I'm not a scammer. But I guess I don't get offended. And how long you been into this? 15 years. 15 years. And how long you been like on social media doing this type of thing? I started in 2022, so that's when Airbnb kind of got shut down in New York City. So I pivoted to coaching. Okay, got you. Yeah. Because like I said, that's the same time when I was trying to get into it. And it crashed at the same time. Right. You know what I mean? I was in L.A. Right. So like, I'm glad I didn't do that. It's true. Because I'd have put my money in that, it crashed on me. I'd be like, crash and then crash. Everything crashed anyway, so there'd been more crashes. Everything. So like, it is what it is. Like, I ask people all the time, what I should have done. What should you have done? Leave me the fucking alone. Like, y'all don't, what you would have done. Here, I give you the money. I give you $1 million. I had $1 million. Here $1 million right now. What you was going to do? Property was really cheap during COVID. Yeah. So I wish I had done that. Just bought some property. Let me tell you a secret. If you want to get started, like in Airbnb or even in rentals. Yeah, I want to hear this. The Midwest. Oh, for sure. St. Louis. Detroit. Indianapolis, the Ohios. That's where you want to go. Cleveland. Yeah. So my goal is to purchase. You see how you're passionate about your cars? Yeah. I'm passionate about purchasing properties in the Midwest. I like that. They're like $185,000, $190,000, crazy, and you can make $70,000, $80,000 a year if you do short-term rentals. For sure. Or even midterm rentals, which is renting out to medical professionals, whatever. But go to the Midwest. You could buy a bunch of properties very cheap. Right. And a lot of people don't think it's sexy because it's not Miami, but Miami's expensive. So I tell people, hey, if you weren't here or in New York City 10 years ago, you missed that boat. Yeah. So the new place to go is the Midwest. And it's so cheap, and there's a lot of traffic there. There's a lot of demand there, but people are not paying attention. That's the more normal human beings. Yeah, because people who live in Miami, New York. Those are people coming from outside places. And them is 1% of people that's got wealth and got real money. You even live in these places. Right. So like majority of the country is regular people. Right, regular people. Right. They're in the Midwest, and nobody pays attention to it. So it's still underrated even now. So stay away from Atlanta. I love Miami, but stay away from Atlanta too. Atlanta used to be a spot too. Yeah. Stay away from New York. Obviously, it's too expensive. The Midwest is the place. What about like Texas? Texas is okay. Dallas is cool because Dallas has so many. They have business conventions there, and and Houston has energy companies. Yes. And a lot of the Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in Dallas, so it's a great place to do business. Dallas. And to purchase property. Yeah. Yeah, I knew a lot of people moved to Austin. Austin because Facebook is out there and Google. So but the properties are expensive in Austin. They up now. They're so expensive. Because I would go to Dallas or Houston even. I think Tesla is one of them places too. Yeah, a lot of companies are headquartered in Austin. It made the properties go really high. Yeah, because Houston was a good spot too for a second, but now it's that's the energy capital of the world is Houston. Oh. So a lot of energy business there. So those are great places. They got the oil. And they don't have a lot of regulations. I was telling your Cameron guy that he's awesome. Roger. A lot of the red states do not have regulations. Of course not. Texas, Missouri, Florida. So if you want to do Airbnbs in those places, they don't have those regulations. But the blue states, I don't know why, they're haters. They want you broke. They don't. You know the red states. Listen up. The red states, them the businessmen. Yeah. They know the loopholes. They know the gray areas. I love loopholes. That's my favorite thing. They live in it. You know what I'm saying? So all these politicians, all these rich white folks,
they the loophole masters.
Yes, they created loopholes for each other.
Of course.
So now you got to go find a loophole.
Yeah, if we black in our communities tap into these loopholes, we gonna go through the roof because we know how to hustle.
Yeah, and we have to stop being followers.
Right.
Curve your own path.
Talk to them. Talk to them about curving
your own path. If you see everybody in ATL, that means you've already missed that boat. Go do your own thing in another market, and you could be that person who's the leader in that market. For me, I found after New York City got shut down, I found the Midwest. So do your research, find a market, and don't be a follower.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah.
Because if you're going where everybody's at, they're already there.
They're already there. You
if
missed
it's a gold
boat.
rush and everybody going to San Francisco,
it's
you
not
finna
a
go
gold rush no more.
It's over with.
You're supposed to be the person starting, but that's the scary part. Nobody wants to be the leader.
Right.
They want to be the follower because there's less risk. But
True.
the benefits are higher if you are the leader and you carve your own path. So
And
that's what I tell people
that's one of my brands. It's one of them ones. It's about being the original of the original.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not about being. See, people think when they see my brand, one of them ones, they think one of one. No,
Right.
one of one is like a version of something, but it's exclusive. No,
Right.
one of the ones is the original,
The only one.
pioneer. That's
It's
it.
the only one.
I am the seed.
It's Adidas.
Yeah,
Adidas.
I went to Montana as a black man,
Right.
and grew something
Did
there.
you really go to Montana?
No, I'm just saying. I went to Switzerland. How about that? I went to Switzerland as a nigga out there and lived it up. You know what I'm saying?
What
For 4
was
months.
Switzerland like?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Do
I
you
was
know-
out there living.
For some reason, I never visited Switzerland. I visited most of Europe.
Yeah.
I just got turned off after. I need to have a more open mind. I'll have it to visit one day. How do they treat black people?
Why you trying to say with no black folks on?
They treated Oprah bad one time, and
They did,
Ever
and
since
when she went to the Hermes store,
it just
right?
turned me off to go there.
Yeah.
And then from having Airbnb business, a lot of Swiss people are not nice.
They're direct.
They're just not.
They're bland
so-
and just stiff.
Yeah.
But once you get cool with them, you can't get cool with
Okay,
them.
you have to warm up. You have to warm up to them.
You got to warm it to them, and they got to
Okay.
warm it to you. Because it
Okay.
ain't, especially our culture is different.
Yeah.
They're real straight in their
Respect
row,
it, okay.
by the book.
Okay.
You know, gray suit, brown shoe, you know what I'm saying? No garbage on the ground. Like, they don't play. But once you talk to them, you realize they're not against you. It's not personal. It's just how they are.
Right.
And they cool.
Right.
But a hidden gem is that it's a whole Dominican culture out there in Switzerland.
No way.
They got a whole community, whole neighborhood full of them.
From the Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic, yes.
I never heard of that.
Crazy. I know. When I was there, I saw fat asses and beautiful hair. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah,
I spent
plenty
like
of
3
them.
months living in the Dominican Republic in 2022, I believe. A lot of fat asses, yes.
Yes, they got the booties out there. So I'm in Switzerland seeing it. So what happened was, and I break it down real quick, it's like, well, Swiss people, they're rich, but they like to party too.
They're very rich.
They're very rich and they like to party.
Okay.
So they like their women. So they got prostitution and they like their drugs. So what happened is people from the
perfect.
Dominican Republic was coming there, bringing their drugs and bringing their
Girls,
women.
yeah.
And there was so many of them, they stayed
They
and got their own
staying.
community now because they like them.
That's
And they got a
interesting.
whole neighborhood of them that's like you never know about and they on the outskirts. But they
That
there.
is so cool. See, that's why it's important to travel. I would have never known that.
I didn't know either because I was like, and then they had, there's a lot of like African culture there too. So they had like reggaeton nights and like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, Afro
See?
beats nights and shit.
I thought it was just literally white people.
Right. I was like, what the fuck?
So you really liked it?
I had a time of my life.
You gonna go
I had
back?
some good Swiss white ones too now. I dibble dabble. I had that motherfucking beverage. I had an ice cream sandwich, a little brown, a little white.
Not an ice cream
I had
sandwich.
both. Eat them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Let it melt. You know what I'm saying? Eat the fingers. They ain't gonna lie.
You
know
are
what I mean?
a riot.
But no, it was crazy.
Are you gonna
But
go back there?
Oh yeah, I need to.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, Art Basel started
Right,
there.
it started there.
'Cause it's Basel.
Basel, Switzerland.
Right. So I want to go back. And also I went there for Watches and Wonders.
So you know what's funny? When I was in Paris celebrating my family.
Look good for
Thank
50.
you.
I'm
My
43.
Family, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
My family surprised me to a trip to Switzerland, and we went to Basel. You could hop on the train from Paris and go to Basel
Yes.
for a day.
Yes.
It was fun. It was beautiful.
Right.
But I was only there for a few hours, so I didn't get to see Dominicans and stuff
and
like
the
that.
train ride is legendary.
It was gorgeous.
all the mountains and it's crazy. Because I used to ride it from Zurich all the way to Geneva. So that's like 3-4 hours.
You were all over the place.
What? I was in Zug. I was going to Germany.
Did you go to
Hamburg.
other countries while you were there?
Of course. I was
Yeah.
in Germany. I went to Paris. I went to Spain.
I love
I
it.
was all type of places. Like
I
living.
love Europe. It's a really, really cool
And
place.
they like a real nigga.
They love black. They're obsessed with Black Americans.
They
there.
obsessed with the black man.
They just-
we is really Black Panther walking around there.
They treat. It's so funny. My first experience in Paris was like so negative when I went to visit a long time ago. They thought I was African.
Right, they don't
And
treat you like
as soon
different.
as I opened my mouth, they realized I was American. Their behavior totally changed. So they treat the Africans terrible, and
treat them bad
the
there.
Black Americans so nice because we have money.
Yeah, we got money. We cool. So we got.
It made me feel bad.
And no offense to my African brothers and sisters out there, but they're like refugees out
They
there.
are.
So they be out there.
They treat
Paris
them
ain't no
like
joke.
they treat the Arabs.
Paris dangerous out there.
It is very dangerous.
You better be careful.
Like
Paris
the ghettos,
and London.
the ghettos are
they
rough.
be motherfuckers. You better watch out.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't like the Arab people. They're my brothers, so we go salute them. But American, they gonna be like, ooh, they treat
you like royalty.
They treat you like royalty.
They're so nice to me once they know I'm from America. Once they think I was African, treat me like dirt.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they be treating them. They like second class citizens.
They think I'm an immigrant. Yeah,
because they be out there, you know, they be trying to find their way.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when you poverty, how to find your way is crime.
It's not attractive.
Yeah, it's not attractive.
It's sad.
It is sad. So like I said, I had a great time out there, and I want to go back and do some more things. But
now you sound like you had a ball out there.
I did. I had two of them. Shit.
Okay.
Hey, you're picking up what I'm putting down? Let me take a sip of the sauce.
I'll take a sip too.
Yeah, take 2 sips. Yeah. I had a good time, but I ain't gonna lie though. Like, and it showed me structure. So even when we speak about the financials, how they live out there financially, it put me really on focus on game and like how to really get some real wealth.
Yeah.
'Cause they got that money that's like different.
They're
1
very
out of 4 people, they're millionaires.
Very wealthy
and
country.
they keep it like structured with the banks and the business and all that.
Right,
So
right.
that's why the funding you speaking upon is very essential to our people, because if more of us tapped into building it like they did it, you know, through other people's money.
Exactly.
It's game changing. Then residual
Other people's
income.
properties too.
Yeah, other people properties, about to get to that.
Yes.
Other people properties is different. I like that. So before we get out of here, can you give them a little bit, another gem of how to use other people's properties and other people's money?
Sure. So what I like to tell people is once you fix your credit, you get this like 720, 740. You can literally go out and do what's called like credit stacking. You could get business funding. Like I said, it doesn't report to your credit to your credit report.
It's all right. Take your time.
So first you want to apply for like American Express, right? They allow you to have up to 4 credit cards. You could apply first. They have this thing called, on the personal side, they won't pull your score. They'll approve you. Once you get the personal, then you could apply for up to 3 business ones. Those are the 3 that are not going to report. So that pulls Experian. Then you could go over to like a credit union. I love credit unions. They are so generous. In the past few months, I've been able to borrow $35,000 from DCU. I've had my client get 20 from Navy Fed. There's so many of them. So the only thing with the credit unions, they're going to report to your personal.
Right.
But if you're looking for a lot, you can also tap into the credit unions. And the next one is Chase. So what we do is we introduce our clients to banking relationship managers with Chase, and they give them a higher limit than they would if they were to apply on their own.
Right.
And it's at 0%. So that's one of the best things you do as a new business owner is to borrow OPM at 0%. So while you're building your business, you're not paying any interest.
Nice.
Right. So if you apply for Amex, they pull Experian. You apply for a credit union. Let's say you apply for DCU, Digital Credit Union. They pull Equifax. So that's inquiry each. And then you go through the special program through Chase, and then they could approve you for a higher limit because they have a direct relationship with the underwriters. And so you could get $100K really easy, start your business. You don't even need that to get your first Airbnb property, but it's good to have access to funding.
Oh, for sure.
And then you just rinse and repeat it the next year, and 0% interest rate for 12 months.
Oh, that's the key.
Yeah. So, and if you have multiple LLCs, that's a game changer. So you can do what I just said twice for the second LLC. And that doesn't report to your credit report either.
Wow.
Right? So they could get even more funding.
That's
So
legendary.
Yeah, so each LLC can borrow money. If you have great credit, they'll lend it to you. And it doesn't report. So I love that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. And what about the Airbnbs? Another little gem for you.
So the Airbnbs, again, the Midwest is amazing. I have a client who's renting a property for $2,100. He's going to hit his first 10K month. The rents are low, and there's lots of demand.
Right.
So that's an entrepreneur's dream, to have a business where there's a lot of demand and not a lot of competition. Right. So if they want to get started in Airbnb, I would say go to the Midwest, stay out of the East Coast, stay out of the Floridas and the Atlantas, head to the Midwest, do your research, use AirDNA to calculate how much the property can make.
Right.
And then if you go on Zillow, reach out to the landlords. And another thing you could do is you could go on the Facebook groups. There are landlords who allow you to arbitrage on there. Just go into Facebook and type in landlords who allow Airbnb. You could meet landlords who will allow you to rent out their property.
Yeah, what's arbitrage? You know, a lot
arbitrage,
of they don't know the word.
Arbitrage simply means to get multiple properties.
Got you.
And you don't own them. So just type in landlords who allow arbitrage, or just type in landlords who allow Airbnb, and it'll take you to those groups, those Facebook groups,
right?
And you can meet landlords who will
get
allow
multiple.
Yeah, and you could meet the landlords who allow you to do Airbnb with their property. So that's the cheat code: other people's property and other people's money,
right?
And then you get your own property a year or two
with
later.
that money. Use other people's property, other people's money to go get your own property, and you get your own money.
Yeah, and very important to do your research. and get into these markets in the Midwest.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one more gem about that sweeping thing, because in the beginning you came with that. That was legendary.
Okay, credit sweep. Oh my God, I love the credit sweep.
Yeah, I love it too. Like that's why I want to come back to it.
Okay.
Because I might got to use it again. Goddamn it, hit my Rolls Royce. Some of yours. No,
so let's say you have 7 negative things in credit, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go on Equifax. You're gonna Google Equifax credit breach or National Public Database for the credit breach, right? Sorry, National Breach Database. Find your name on either one. Your name's gonna be in one. Once you find your name, take a snapshot. You're gonna go on the FTC or identitytheft.gov, but you're not gonna apply as an identity theft victim because now you're technically a breach victim.
Yep.
So even if those items are yours, you're gonna file identity theft. Those 7 items, you're gonna say that they're not yours.
Right.
Then you're gonna go on the CFPB, Consumer Financial Bureau. They're the big brother that overlook the credit bureaus, and you're gonna let them know that you filed the FTC complaint. Right. And now you're gonna use the 605B that I mentioned, the 4-day breach. It's supposed to come off in 4 days.
4 days.
The items that you disputed, and whatever doesn't come off, you're gonna use ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT to find the whatever wasn't followed through the FCRA to come up with language for you, so you can get a letter to send a collection agency. So you're using the database for the breach.
Bam.
You're using the FTC.
Boom.
You're using the CFPB. These things can be done in 20 minutes, right? So you're uploading all your documents with the FTC.
Right.
The CFPB is gonna research that you're a victim. They're gonna reach out to all 3 credit bureaus. You don't have to contact the credit bureau. The CFPB is gonna do that for you.
Right.
And you sit and wait all pretty 4 business days, and these things should drop off your credit. All 3 of your credit reports.
That's tough.
You're using the breach method, not the regular method, the breach method, as a breach victim.
Breach, not not the theft.
But
because that was people they normally did the identity theft thing. I remember that was the old school.
You get in trouble for that.
Right.
But this is the loophole, because if your name is on the data
Like
breach method,
everybody's are.
you really are a victim of that.
Right. No question about it.
Right. So then and you're using the 605B. The 605B is literally made for people to block items. So you're using the block method.
That's new.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
That's always identity theft. Oh, they stole my identity, lying and shit.
Right.
But the breach method, everybody been breached.
So this way you do. So a lot of people feel like I don't want to lie. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You're not lying. You are a victim.
You're on there.
All of us have had our identity.
I get them all the time.
So why not take advantage of that?
Damn right, because somebody probably really
They
doing
take advantage of our data.
Oh, no question.
Right?
They really are. They're making trillions off
So
it.
take advantage of them. Take advantage of us.
Yeah.
And make it the best out of it.
That's legendary. That's big game.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy you're my first podcast.
Oh yeah, hey, I appreciate you. You know,
You're
one
my
of them
first.
As I should be. Why not your first be the best? You know what I'm saying? Why not go to the best to be your first?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. You know, that's why I tell the ladies, you know what I'm saying? You know, we come with the 1 and 1, you never going back.
That's right.
But I appreciate you, Martine. Like,
thank you.
People out there, man, take risks, believe in yourself, invest in yourself. Make sure you hit her up. She put me on a lot of game, and I'm gonna utilize this to my advantage.
Amazing.
Not only just from the credit things, but that Airbnb situation. I'm gonna definitely look into some Clevelands and some, you know what I'm saying, Detroit's and
yes.
Cleveland. I heard about that.
Ohio.
Yeah,
Akron?
Ohio, Akron,
Canton?
yeah.
Is it Canton?
It's Canton,
Yeah,
Canton,
yeah.
Canton, something like that. Fuck it. All them little places.
Indianapolis,
yeah. Milwaukee for sure.
Even the Missouris.
Oh, especially Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, East St. Louis. You know.
Oh, don't go there.
I know that's the.
Don't go there, Mister.
I
Don't
know,
go there, Mr.
I know about East St. Louis.
Don't go there.
It's over with.
Don't go there.
That's the worst. Shout out to my homie
Stay
Darius
close-
Miles.
stay
man.
close to downtown.
He's from East St. Louis. You know, that's the slums of the slums.
That's gang activity.
That's devastating. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy D Miles. But yeah, don't play with that. Trust me. But I'm just saying, like, all right, believe in yourself, guys. Make sure you hit her up, get a part of this program. Once again, what's your Instagram and everything like that?
Martine Lacroix, Martine Lacroix on all platforms.
Martine Lacroix,
Yes.
special individual.
Thank
She
you
gonna
so
get you
much.
right. Like I said, she got me right. Believe in yourself, work hard, never give up, never give a fuck. Remember, it's S.R.T.F. from the seed to the root to the tree to the fruit. We gonna keep it organic, just like the planet. Plant a seed today. It's organically speaking. We out here with Martine.
Yay! Yeah.